In this video, I will let you know what is a two-dimensional array. As we have learnt in the previous video, what is one-dimensional array and where are its uses, why to use it. The 1D array is basically used to process a list of numbers, whether they are integer numbers or float numbers. So now we are going to learn the second type, that is 2D array. It is used to process two-dimensional array. That means there will be two dimensions associated with it. So its definition is a 2D array is also a collection of homogeneous data elements as that of 1D array, but we use 2D arrays to process a matrix or matrices. I hope you have learnt matrices in mathematics. So to process those matrices in computer science, in computer through programming, we use two-dimensional arrays. Okay, now we'll study the declaration of 2D array, which is data type. First we'll mention data type, then variable name. Then two subscripts will be associated with it, that is row size and column size, where row size will represent the number of rows of a matrix and column size represents the number of columns of a matrix. Therefore, it is int is a data type. This is an example of declaration of a matrix, int mat 2 2, where row size is 2 as well as column size is also 2, is equal to, since this is a matrix of 4 elements, to determine the number of elements of a matrix, we just multiply row and column values. 2 into 2, 4. That means it will contain 4 values. So any 4 values are assigned to it which are of type integer, and then we close the parenthesis and semicolon, terminated by semicolon. This is the way to declare a matrix and initialize it by some values. Similar to 1D array, the values are also stored in consecutive memory locations, as we have learned in 1D array. So these are array elements. The first element is 25, second is 45, third is 10, and fourth is 38. And it is also having consecutive memory locations 1001, 3, 5, and 7. And as far as subscript is concerned, subscript will vary as the first element will be referred to as 00, second will be 01, then 10, and the fourth will be 11. So this matrix contains 4 elements. So if I explain you about the addresses, here it will be 7 because it's an integer, so there will be a difference of 1, 3, 5 and 7, difference of 2 bytes in case of integer. Now I'm going to explain you how these subscripts are built. Suppose the first element is 25, next is 45, then 10 and 38. So if we consider them like a matrix, then first element is at cell. These are rows. This is 0 column and this is 1 column. Similarly, this is 0 row and 1 column. Fine. These are this 0 and 1 represents row and this 0 and 1 represents column. So this, when we have to access value of this cell, which is 25, then the subscript would be 0 and 0. I'm going to write over here, the subscript would be 0 0. Then for the next element, the subscript would be 0 and 1. Subscript would be 0 and 1. And for third element, subscript would be 1 and 0, and for the fourth element the subscript would be 1, 1. This is how we process a matrix using its subscripts. See, the values are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. So these values are retrieved like this. At 0, 0 location, the element value is 25, as can be seen from here and here. At 0, 1 location, the value is 45. At 1, 0, the value is 10. Coincidentally, it is also 1, 0, 1, 0. And at 1, 1, the value is 38. You should note that the first element in an array, the first subscript value always starts from 0. Either it is a 1D array or a 2D array. You should know that the array subscript always starts from 0 in any type of array, in C, C++, Java, etc. In all the languages, array subscript always starts from 0, not from 1. So it goes one element less than the actual element. So if there are 4 elements, the subscript will go up to 3 in case of 1D array. And in case of matrix, the subscripts will vary like this. I hope you understand the concept. Now we are going to implement 2D array in a program. Demonstration of 2D array. In this program, I will tell you how to declare and initialize and input output a 2D array or a matrix. Okay, so these are preprocessor directives. This is int main, and I'm going to declare matrix first. Int mat of size 2, 2. This is its declaration. If I want to initialize it, I will give values over here. Any value, random value. Then semicolon. This is the way to initialize it. And now, since matrix exhibits rows and columns, so we need to declare 2 variables for using in loop. I will access them by using loop. I is equal to 0, I is less than 2, I plus plus. Then we need to use nested loop for j is equal to 0, j is less than 2, j plus plus. And here I am going to print the values, printf /n %d because it's an integer. Then I will write mat I j. Okay. This will print the value of matrix like a list of numbers. I will also tell you how to make it look like a matrix. Here I need to write return 1 because its return type is integer. Since it's a matrix which is having rows and columns, so we need to access it using row and column, where I is used to access rows and j is used to access columns. So see, the matrix will run from 0, 1, 0, 1 as I have told you already. These are the subscripts of matrix. Now, how to run it? Let's see. I0, I less than 1, I plus plus. So I0, I is less than 2, that is true, then loop will go inside. J is 0, J is less than 2, this is also true, it will go inside. Over here, it will fill the value of mat ij, where I is 0. To make you understand, I am mentioning over here mat 0, 0. Initially the value of I is 0 and j is also 0. So it is referring the first element, which is 25. So it will print the value of first element, that is 25. After that, this braces is closing, so control will go up, j will be incremented, j will become 1. So this condition will be checked again. 1 is less than 2, that is true. Then it will go inside, and here it will fill the value of I and j again, where I is 0 but j is 1. 0, 1. Now it is accessing second element, 0, 1. That is 16. Next time loop will go up, j will become 2. Now 2 is less than 2, that is false. So this loop will be terminated and control will come to the outer loop over here. Since there are no other statements, so the control will go to the beginning of the loop over here, where I will be incremented. I will become 1 because initially it was 0. So it became 1. Now this condition will be checked. 1 is less than 2, that is true. It will go inside the nested loop again. J will be initialized to 0 again. So 0 is less than 2, true. It will come over here, control. And here we will fill the value of I and j again. Here I will be 1 and j is 0. That means now mat10 is referring the third element, which is 40. And next time this inner loop will go up and j will become 1. 1 is less than 2, that is true. The control will come here. I is already 1, now j is also 1. So here 1, 1. So both 1, 1 subscripts are there, which is referring to the last element, which is 39. So 39 will be printed. Next time j will become 2, 2 is less than 2, false. So this loop will be terminated. And similarly, it will go to the outer loop. From outer loop, control will come over here. I will also become 2. 2 is less than 2, that is true. 2 is less than 2, that is false. So this loop will also terminated. So the entire loop will be finished and we will have output as the printing of all of these 4 elements. I have written this to make you understand only. Now let's run this program. Let's see the output. Execute, compile and run. First we need to save it. Now I will, okay, see, these are the elements of the matrix 25, 16, 40 and 39. Fine, these are the values of elements that we have had in the program. You can see from here 25, 16, 40 and 39. Now I want to see it like a matrix. How to do it? For that we will use format specifiers. For that I will use over here %t, and in the outer loop I will use %t. It's not %t, it's /t and /n. These are called escape sequences. /n will show the output in the next line, and %t is used to show tab spaces among the printed values. Now we will compile and run it again. Now you can see the output is looking like a matrix 25, 16, 40 and 39. Now it is more like a matrix. I hope you understand the concept. In this program we have just took the output of the initialized numbers. So what if I want to take the input as well? For that I need to take input. The same concept will be followed. We will copy the output content, paste for input. These for loops will be same. but here we will use scanf because scanf is used to take the input, and no format specifiers or no escape sequences will be used. No need of printer because we are not going to print, we are just going to take the input. And here we need to mention ampersand mat ij, and before that I will print a message printf /n enter matrix element. Okay, see, this is the output code. I will remove these input values from here. Mat 22, this is just the declaration of a matrix. These are two looping variables, and over here this is input of a matrix, and by using scanf, and this code represents output of a matrix. This block takes the input and this block takes the prints the output. Now I will compile and run. See, it is asking for the element value. Enter matrix element. I will input the first element. Let it be 12. Now it is asking for the second element, 34. Now third element, 67, and now fourth element. Let's suppose it's 98. Now the output is going to be printed. See, 12, 34, 67 and 98. This is the output of the input values of a matrix. You can also do some modifications over here in order to understand it in a great manner. You can write here I j is equal to %d. Here you will write, no, this will be written over here, enter mat %d %d equal to I comma j. Now we will come to know the input of matrix more clearly. Let's compile and run it again. See, it is asking for enter mat 00. That means it is asking for the first value 30. Now it is asking for the second element of the matrix 45. Then mat 10. Let it be 36, and mat 11, which is the last element, let it be 60. So these are the output values 30, 40, 36 and 60. I hope you understand more clearly through this program. So this is how we declare a matrix, how we initialize it, how we take input, and how we display the output of a matrix. In this case we have taken the order of the matrix as 2 by 2. You can take any order of your choice, 2 by 3, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, as per your requirement. Thank you.